Make sure that the audio is good before we can get rocking, and we give people a few more minutes to jump on here.
Do you think it'll catch? They're doing. I just realized they started doing construction there.
Yeah, that's
They
why
had
I want to.
stopped.
So I want to put this right here.
They had
Boom.
stopped.
Live. So how? Oh yeah, how's the sound on Instagram?
Oh, yeah.
Mic check. Mic check. How's it going on Instagram? Sounds good. Can you hear us? Can you hear us? You can hear me. You
Can
want to
you
go
hear
ahead?
me?
Mic check. Mic check.
Mic check. Mic check. You can't hear me? Do you think I should delete that? Yeah? How about now?
Can you hear now? Okay, good.
Okay.
We're good.
So it was just.
All right,
this.
we're good. Sound is good on Instagram. What's going on? Hey guys, as you guys are joining, we're good. Now can we check TikTok? TikTok. All right, we're about to get started, guys. Thanks for coming in. It's 1 o'clock on the dot. Yep. Cool. All right,
Of what?
we're good. Nah, we're good.
It's fine.
It's fine. We're good to go. We're outside. All right, we're gonna get.
We're actually.
All right, we're gonna get started. All right, I'm not gonna look at you. Ready?
Okay.
Hey everyone, thanks for joining Live with Eric and Friends. And today I'm sitting with someone who's not just selling homes, she's building experiences in her city. And this is what it's all about, right? So we've known each other for some time, but I'm here with the lovely Valeria Marin, and we're outside of her amazing restaurant, the Corner House Restaurant in Elizabeth, New Jersey. Everybody, round of applause. But Valeria, can you just, for the viewers, just briefly introduce who you are? You got a lot of things going on in your life right now, so enlighten us. What's going on in your life right now, Valeria?
Hi everyone. For those that don't know me, my name is Valeria Marin. aka I've been a realtor for a million years. I think I got my license 15, 16 years going now.
Wow.
I started way before. And now I own a restaurant. Just last year I went through a whole identity crisis.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, because I'm selling a restaurant. I help my husband in the different businesses that we have, which is an accounting firm and an insurance company, and we invest. So I'm like, what am I? Like, how do I advertise myself, right? And it was just like, I'm just a girl trying to live my life day by day, but two, just an entrepreneur, working and building my businesses.
You are a realtor, business owner, mom,
Yes.
recent wife. You're newlywed. You just got married. How long ago did you get married?
8 months ago.
8 months ago. So you have your hands dipped in a lot of different things. But you know what? Just seeing your growth, and I've known you for some years. It looks like that you built the right foundation and have the right partnerships to be able to be successful in all those things that you touch, right? And this is one of the reasons why I wanted to come, especially it's a beautiful day out in New Jersey, right? So we're out here outside of your amazing restaurant, Corner House. Karen and I came a few weeks ago and everything was delicious. And you were here with the team, and how the service, the level of service here is a reflection of and what you put into you details. You came out with was a lot of coffee. It's about the drinks that you don't only want the bartenders to know the drink. You want to know too. You want to learn too.
Absolutely.
So can you let's rewind, right? So what came first, right? So you're entrepreneur. What made you decide that you wanted to get into the restaurant business, which is arguably one of the most difficult businesses to get into?
Real estate is the easiest thing you'll ever.
No, wow, that's the first I heard of that. Really, compared to restaurants, huh?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But let's rewind a little bit.
Yeah.
So I really started real estate, well, helping my family because they're in the business.
Yeah.
Since I was 10, 11.
Okay.
Back in the day, faxing, doing appointments, MapQuest, setting up the appointments for my brother. That's really how I started real estate. I've done everything from
Ping.
assistant, I've done everything from receptionist,
Gracias.
absolutely all
Thank
the
you.
back end of real estate. And then in
Thank you.
2013, I opened up my own real estate company. So I owned a real estate company for 7 years, and I did all the back end. I managed. When I started real estate, my bread and butter was short sales. Believe it or not.
Okay. Thank you.
So I was selling properties in this area for $50,000.
Wow.
That you can't see that anymore. So that's really how I started. I owned real estate, and then a big thing happened in my life, which I don't mind sharing. People who know me, I went through a separation of 12 years, right? So I separated, and in order for my sanity, I have a daughter, and her well-being, I decided to leave the company and basically start from zero. So I went from 30 plus agent to starting my business from scratch. And now I was in the sales force.
Wow.
Right. So I was getting new clients. I was figuring out, and I've always been the kind of person, and I guess as an entrepreneur, where it's so I didn't know how I was gonna make it. Honestly, even the decision of it, I had no clue how I was gonna make it, but I just threw myself, and I am a broker, so I went solo for a year. I was blessed that COVID happened, and there was a million buyers. So I was working that end of the business. I was connecting. The one thing I would say though, that from even previous clients who I did short sales for, who were coming back now to me, was I always picked up my phone. And I still do. And I think that makes such a big difference on whether you're a successful realtor or not, period. Because
your accessibility.
Absolutely. It doesn't matter what time. I always pick up my phone, and I do tell my clients sometimes I'm not able to, but if you text me, I will make sure you get that phone call back within a reasonable amount of time. So my clients know that they can always count on me. They can always get their questions answered. I'm not going to disappear on them. So that's the real estate.
So what you've been saying, that's really important, because even in real estate, you managed a team of 30 at one point. Then you transition right to the boss, broker, your accessibility, the service, which equates to the service. So
it's huge for me.
That kind of translates into what you're doing now. So when did this idea first come about? I would like to know the origin of the corner house.
So the corner house is very interesting, actually, because my husband already had, now my husband, back then I was just starting to date him, had the building. So he was like, he's my dreamer. And he wanted to have a restaurant. He wanted to have dinner. And
was this a restaurant before this building?
It was actually a staple building. It used to be called the Magic Fountain.
Oh,
it was known for ice cream.
Oh,
At some point transitioned into burgers and fries, but they always sold ice cream. I used to come here to eat ice cream when I was little.
Really? Wow. Okay.
So everybody who knew this place, it was the Magic Fountain.
The Magic Fountain.
Yeah. So he owned the building, and unfortunately not had the best partners. So here I am. The difference between me is that I'm a little bit too metida in people's business. I think that I can do everything.
But that's why you get along with Karen.
I am. I'm like, what are you doing? What do you need help with? So I was like, hey, don't worry. I was like, at this point when I started helping, we had just moved in together. We had just gotten engaged. And I was like, I'll help you with construction. Okay. This is in my mind, right? I'm like, I'm just helping with construction. Like
you're managing the project. You're managing the renovations.
So I'm like doing permits.
Okay.
I am coming to all the inspections. And then here comes 2025, early around this time. He's like, can you please just help me open the doors? And I was like, okay. In my mind, I'm not managing this, right? But I am all in or all out. I am that kind of girl. And the people who know me, my clients, my family, my husband, everybody knows I'm either all in or all out. I can't do things half. So I tell him, I'll help you.
Mhm.
And I didn't know anything.
Mhm.
Like I had zero knowledge about restaurant.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about equipment.
Mhm.
I had to buy everything,
Yeah.
equipment, and then I learned voltage and the how much voltage goes on each thing
Yeah.
and how much electricity I need. And I learned coffee. I even had to take barista classes.
Yeah.
I learned the liquor side of it.
Mhm.
So I had to really. I feel like I went through Harvard. Let's
Yeah.
just put it
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. It was. It seemed like it was a college education.
Yeah.
How long? So from start. So he owned the building, but from the time that you guys said, okay, we're gonna open up a restaurant, right? What was the process like? How long did it take from the idea to actual execution of it and opening the doors?
Okay, so since I got involved, let's go
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
We're not
Yeah.
gonna remember.
Yeah.
So since I got involved, it took an entire year
Mm.
for construction to be done.
Got it. Okay.
Okay, so let's say from March to March.
Yeah.
And then it's funny because I was now engaged. I was getting married in August, and this is a little
So
secret.
you're in the midst of planning a wedding, raising your kids, taking
Yeah.
them to school, right? Real estate,
Activities, yeah.
activities, and real estate, and
Yeah.
yeah.
And nobody knew all this, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I am I go to him. This is a little insight my husband now knows because I confessed it. But I go to him. I had to have a really deep conversation with myself
Mm.
back August of last year. I mean, April of last year, and actually around this time because our initial tried open date was April 24th,
Mm.
and I was like, I didn't want to be put in the situation where I was now helping another guy again as a woman, right? To build a
Build something.
business and
Mm.
be like,
Mm.
I had to start everything again
Mm.
for you. I mean, again, before when I separated. So I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Is this for you or is this for us? Kind of
exactly.
thing. Okay.
But it was not him. It was my fears of what I went through,
Yeah.
right? I had to start my whole business from scratch, everything from zero, no help, no nothing, right? So I was like, all right, who is this guy? Mind you, I'm about to get married, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Who is this guy? Am I willing to learn, right? So we actually went on vacation right after tax season.
Mhm.
Like today's the last day of taxes. By the
Yeah,
way, people
yeah.
who haven't done
Happy
their
Tax
taxes,
Day.
go do your
Yeah.
taxes. I don't know if your accountant will like you, but so we went on a vacation and I had a whole talk to myself where I was like, oh my God, this is the life I deserve, right?
Mm.
And then I was like, but if this is the life I deserve or want,
Mm.
I have to help my partner be able to do this all the time, right? So the only way for us to do this is if we actually build a partnership.
Mhm.
It's
Team.
not he has his stuff, I
Yeah.
have my stuff. No, I'm sorry. I tell him all the time.
Mm.
I'm like, yo soy metida,
Mm.
what you own, I own. Look, like literally, I was
Yeah.
like, he's like, you girl, you try to control everything. And
Yeah.
I was like, it's not that. I was like, somos uno.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Like, because if you fail, I'm gonna fail.
Yeah.
And that's life. So I was like, I'll make sure you don't fail and you make sure I don't fail. And that's
Yeah.
it. So I was like, I came back with like full force. I was like, great, I'm gonna do this. I am now fully committed
So
to
so
open
you
this.
went to so when you went to vacation, that's when you said, okay, I'm gonna be more than just
Yes.
a interim project manager when it came to this
Yeah.
business.
I was like, I'm gonna help him open doors. I'm gonna do this. So what I did was I went and I bought all the machinery, like everything that we needed, everything for the kitchen.
Yeah.
And around early June, I'm a risk taker too. So early June, I said we're opening in 2 weeks, and we had no coffee station. We had nothing. And everybody was like, oh my God, we're not ready, and this and that. And I was like, I don't care. We got to work 24 hours. We're opening.
There's a deadline.
And
You
I
set a-
announced
set
it
a
on
deadline.
social media.
Mm.
And that's how
that was an extra accountability. You had
Yeah.
to do it.
I had to. There's no.
Wow.
I was like, I don't care if we had
Yeah.
to rent machines.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
opening.
Yeah.
And we did it. We did our 3 soft openings. We opened, and it was very chaotic.
Yeah.
I worked every day till 2:30 in the morning.
Mm.
I was here finishing, and then and we opened, and then I was like, I opened.
Yeah.
I opened my wedding books again
Back
because
to
I
wedding
was
planning.
about to leave in a month and a half
Yeah.
out of the country to the wedding.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is how the corner house happened.
So the last 18 months have been
insane.
insane. But you know what though? I think and this is a lesson that many people learn, right? It's you got to go through that sometimes in life, and bunker down and say, I'm committed to this,
Yeah.
because when you do that, right, you're gonna come out, right, going to, more rewarding vacations, and doing the things that the hard work that you're putting into now is gonna be down the road. That's awesome. So I had you. So one of your lovely servers came out, and they brought us some refreshers. So let's shout this out. What are we drinking here? What refresher? Because this is
So
delicious, by the way.
it's a blueberry fritz. So it's basically um a blueberry refresher. Where, by the way, we make all our syrups in house. So everything, the blueberry compote, the blueberry syrup, everything's made in house.
And you're highly involved with
I am.
the what drinks,
Yes.
right? How the presentation. How did you learn all that? Is that something that you did you stay up in YouTube watching stuff to 2 in the morning? Like how did you?
I'm in Instagram.
Yeah.
So one of my missions was I
Yeah.
needed to test out as many coffee shops possible.
Ah,
And
okay.
everything tasted disgusting. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but like I
Yeah.
was like absolutely no artificial stuff in
Mm.
in here. So if we can't make it, I don't have a trillion flavors,
Yeah.
because one, I cross utilize to
Mm.
make sure my cost is down,
Mm.
and I'm not just making something for one particular drink.
Mm.
But two, I'm making sure that everything can be made in house. If we can't make the syrup, I'm not doing it.
That's amazing. And so, and I know you haven't been in the restaurant industry, and I know that your husband
Never.
owns Willow. Was he never? Okay, so you guys just said, "Fuck it, let's just go ahead and."
Let's
and
go
ju- and-
into
and
the
jump
hardest
into-
business possible.
well, you guys are doing amazing, because I feel like every time, we've been here a couple times, and every time I come, just more and more people show up. La fama se le está creciendo, right? So like it's because of the service, the quality of the food, the prices are really great. The you come in, and the servers are always smiling.
Yes.
Is really important, and I think that's in any establishment. And this is one of the reasons why, like, what, I've been doing lives, Valeria, for a year and a half, and I just closed a family 2 weeks ago that found me on TikTok live, right? And I
That's
was consistently
awesome.
doing it, but then I go, you know what? Let me go out and actually feature friends, business owners, people that are inspiring, that you're gonna inspire. That I'm pretty sure. Listen, if these lives inspires one person, we've done our job.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
And you've gone through hardship and you bounce back better than ever. These are the stories that we really want to share. It's true, because you know what? Instagram is a highlight reel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's
And
the best times, the best things in your life.
it's the highlight reel. You don't put the bullshit that's going on in your life every day. And that's why I think these conversations are important, so people can really get to know the people behind their businesses, because we want to continue to come in here, and we want to highlight you guys.
Yeah.
And guess what? It's something that somebody down the road, and we're gonna clip this and post it, is gonna find it, and they're gonna say, oh, you know what? I bet you Valeria can help me with this, right?
Yeah, and at the end of the day, I feel like if I can encourage anyone, it's just do it.
Do it.
Just rip the band-aid off. Like
Yeah.
you're never 100% ready. Like just rip it, and if you fail, like not for nothing, the majority of the successful people fail.
Yeah.
So
But you fail
don't
forward.
worry about one thing I learned though is don't worry about what other people think.
Yeah.
Period. Because at the end of the day, they're probably not even the ones supporting you.
Correct. You fail forward, right?
Yeah.
And that's the thing that one of my phrases that I use continuously is done is better than perfect.
Yeah.
A lot of people have analysis paralysis, but because they don't take that risk and move forward, they stop growing. And when we don't grow, we die.
Yeah.
Right? We got to keep on challenging ourselves and keep on
Absolutely.
pushing. Right?
Personal growth, like I'm huge on that.
Yeah.
If I ever feel like I am the smartest person in the room, I have an issue with it.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
because what am I gaining from
Yeah.
there, right?
Yeah.
And it's not all monetarily. It's like aprendiendo cosas nuevas.
Yeah. And we were talking off camera, and I think this is a really good topic, right? Because we were talking about you're involved in all these things, and you have all these different successes in different businesses, and I think this is only the beginning for you guys, honestly, Valeria, because I know you and I know Ricardo. Shout out to Ricardo, who's
Well-
also my accountant, my CPA, and is helping me tremendously. So shout out, Ricardo. And it's crazy. We met. So I met Ricardo before, before I knew you guys were together. Did you
Yeah.
tell you the story?
No, he didn't tell me the story, but I knew you didn't know we were together.
So I had just bought a Yukon Denali and I was trying to figure out tax deductions or whatever. So I put my Yukon on Toro, and your husband came and he rented it for one day for like an event or something that he had. He was driving down, right? But then when they started dating, and then we saw them at a party together. I'm like, oh my god, what's going on? But and then yes, it's serendipity. It just happened, right? But you were talking about this with Karen, right? Like you say, hey, it's lonely at the top, right?
Yeah.
Like the more successful you get, you feel like, and honestly, I wouldn't say it's lonely. You have less people. You have more quality people in your circle, right?
Absolutely.
Your husband, your kids, your family.
Yep.
Right. That's what really matters. And all this stuff you talked about, I don't care about what anybody else thinks. Like, don't do it for the gram. Don't do it for whatever,
No.
right? Because that's a shallow life. That's a
At
shallow.
the end of the day, they're not paying your bills.
No, they're not.
Period. And I learned that very early when I separated. And I was like, you know what? All these people talking, I was like, nadie me dio, here's un galón de leche for you and your daughter, right? So I was like, I learned how to be like, quiet out the noise. Whether they talk, they like me, they don't like me, they fake, like, because I learned the fakeness out there in the world. I was very surprised.
Yeah.
I felt like I was in a bubble before, but I learned how to just quiet out the noise and focus on my goals. I'm huge on goal orientation, on vision boards, on manifesting, on handing my things to God. We're in Elizabeth.
It's been New Jersey, baby.
On handing my goals to God, but most importantly, having a vision of where I want to go to. So, actually, my birthday was 2 weeks ago, and
happy belated.
Thank you. I personally believe that's when my new year starts. So this is when I do my goals, my vision. Good. Like, I don't do it in January or December.
You saw it at your new year.
That's my new year. Yeah.
I like that. Never heard that before. That's actually pretty cool. I like that as well. So for those people that come to the corner house, what is what are you getting to be known for? What's your signature drink or dish? Like, what is something that people are just absolutely raving about?
Okay. So one, in Elizabeth, we're very unique as we're not a Colombian restaurant. We're not a Portuguese restaurant. We're not very authentic, right? We have more of an American style with a little twist where we can cater to, I have different demographics. I have all ethnicities. Like, literally, I am open. I welcome everybody.
Yeah.
So our food is more of, let's call it American style. We have avocado toast. We have your omelets. We have wraps. We have sandwiches. And then we're really known, which I am super proud of, our coffee. I could say we're the only cafe in Elizabeth that has specialty grade coffee. It is a single origin, so we get it from Colombia, and single origin is like it's only from that farm. We don't mix different farms.
Okay.
We bring it here. It gets roasted here. So it comes in grains. It gets roasted not in the corner house. We have a roaster, and but it comes from Colombia. So it's a specialty coffee. It's not your typical cafecito con leche.
I had a cortado earlier today, and I'm gonna have another one after this because it was delicious. So dulce de amor, which is a really nice drink. Yeah, dulce de amor.
So again, I wanted to have something where you have a little twist, but it's all our stuff is made here.
And did you come up with some of these names?
Yes.
That's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Again, I want it to be like what is dulce de amor is. It's like an inspired Latin. It's a little bit sweet, but it's like comforting. Yeah. You can have it iced, hot. We have the Nutella cappuccino. This is another of our signature drinks. And now we just came up with a whole thing. It actually got launched yesterday.
Okay.
With all the new drinks that we have for the spring and summer.
Yeah.
And then the cool thing is I was very like, I'm big in like cross-utilizing. Like, let's not reinvent the wheel. So I made all these drinks that you can have as a refresher and you can pick up and have it and take it with you. Or if you want to spike it up, we have a recommended liquor that you can go with it.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere. After
in Europe, it's 5 o'clock.
It might be 5 o'clock after this interview is over. That's awesome, guys. Yeah. I highly recommend, right? Especially springtime, summertime. it's just people want to be out, especially this is a brutal winter, right?
Oh my gosh.
And even if like yesterday, Karen and I went and we were like, you know what? Let's just switch it up. Let's go somewhere and work for an hour or two. And we're blessed that we can
Awesome.
work from anywhere. You have a nice countertop here
Yeah.
where you could bring your laptop and hang out and work. The vibe is always vibing in here. When we first got here, man, it was a weekend and the music was bumping. You had a DJ. It was great, right? And even today, there was no DJ, but the music was rocking.
Yeah.
So the vibes are always there when you come to the corner house.
And I'm working
Right.
on opening the patio. So that's
Oh, there you go.
another project I'm
Another
working
another project. Yeah, and we're sitting in the
on.
unfinished
Yeah.
patio, but I'm sure it's gonna be beautiful, just like the inside of the property is. So, okay, now that you are open, and now that you kind of have good team around you, like how do you how do you spend your day? Like you have, like, I'm trying to figure out how do you. So, do you are you still doing real estate? Like you got your
Yes.
kids. Like how long do you stay in the restaurant? Like what does your day look like right now?
Okay, so it's funny. It's very chaotic.
Yeah.
The only way I organize myself, and I don't know if you've seen, but I've been posting a lot like on social media. I always plan out my week on Sunday
Sunday night ritual. I do
of
that all the
what
time,
I'm
right?
going to do for the week, like
Yep, I
what
do that too.
tasks I need to make sure they get done.
Yeah.
The night before, like last night, I sat down and I'm like, what is definitely like I have to get this done before X
Yeah.
amount of time.
Yeah.
So even though I have a whole list for every day, I break it down whether it's the night before or the morning of, like my main things that cannot pass today. So that's one. Two, my day. Oh my god, every day is different. Like I'll talk about this weekend.
Yeah.
So this weekend I showed property. I came to the restaurant. I worked. I was here cleaning utensils.
Yeah.
And then I went took a listing.
Okay.
And then I came back and I finished and I closed the restaurant. Today I was in the office all day because I needed to get certain things done. Then I'm here. I will go pick up my daughter. I will do homework, project. I go on a walk with her because that's our time together.
And how old is she?
She's 8.
8 years old.
She's gonna be 9.
Nice. I love that age.
And she
Yeah.
demands a lot of my time. So the only way I was able to get her to understand the amount of work that I do is we work on goals.
Yeah, good.
So I tell her, okay, we want to accomplish this. Mommy has to work. But I promise you, I will leave my phone and we'll go for a walk.
Yeah.
So that's our time to be together. Last night we couldn't go for a walk, but we decided to start her project early. So I was off the phone. It was a way I put music, and it was just me and her working through her project. And she said, you know, this is amazing. It's mommy and daughter time.
She recognizes that. She recognizes that. You know, the kids, they mimic what we do, right? Instead of what we say.
Absolutely.
And you know, she's gonna remember this that you're out there grinding, but you always gave time to her.
Yes.
She's gonna remember that and appreciate that, and hopefully she continues to do that with her kids. You know, and I was gonna ask you, right, because your day. I was gonna ask you how do you structure your day and what are some of your habits. But you mentioned when it comes to family, habit is mommy daughter time, and then Sunday night ritual is huge.
Huge.
So I do the same thing where I plan my week and I see what days are I need to go a little harder in, put some more appointments in. How can I fill my day to be productive? Because listen, what we do as entrepreneurs we don't do 9 to 5 job, right?
No.
But it is rewarding. Even if you're working 12, 13, 14-hour days, it's more rewarding because you're building something for yourself.
Absolutely. It's a legacy that you can leave. It's building generational wealth in different ways. And it's something that if you decide you want to take a month off and you've already accomplished certain things, you're able to.
Yeah.
You can't do that as an employee. But going back to the ritual, so for me, I have an early morning. Like today, I woke up at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
So I'm at 4 a.m. so I could be at the gym by 5. So I have from 4 to 4:30, 4:45. I am journaling. I am meditating, I am praying. It's my, if I don't do that, if I don't protect my energy, I
Yeah.
cannot give it to the rest
Yeah.
of the world.
Yeah. Agreed.
And I go to the gym from 5 to 6. I come home, I prepare lunch,
Mm-hmm.
breakfast, get myself ready.
Yeah.
So by the time I have to wake up my daughter, I'm
Mhm.
ready.
Yeah.
And then I feed her, take care of her, all that stuff, and then we go to school.
So that's how you're able to accomplish these things because you have structure.
Yes.
You kind of you take command of your day instead of letting the day command you.
Absolutely.
Especially as business owners, things gonna come at you every which way. Deals, real estate, and something happens in the restaurant. But when you accomplish those things on a daily basis, right, you're always gonna make a push forward.
Yes.
Right?
And what it is my biggest thing is my calendar.
Yeah. I'm the same.
Everything's in my calendar, like
Mhm.
even to pick up my daughter. Like everything. It's like
Yeah.
in my calendar,
Yeah.
a reminder,
Yeah.
an alarm.
Mhm.
But if it's not in my calendar, it's not happening. And that's the only way I've been able to manage this
Yeah.
and real estate and spending time with my daughter and
Being a wife to
and
your husband.
household,
And being a wife
having
to your
a
husband.
like
and
having a
yeah.
household and like,
Yeah.
because at the end of the day,
Yeah.
when you own a house, you still gotta take care of
Yeah.
it, clean up, like some may have more perks than others, but I still have to, cook. I get home every day and I cook.
Yeah.
I don't. I have a restaurant. I
You
cook
don't-
at home.
you cook at home. Well, you know what? And I think that this is a really good lesson for a lot of people, right? Because you're involved in so many different things, and everybody has the same amount of time. It's just about who utilizes it the best, right? And I think you're a perfect example of that. Now, let me ask you. So now that you have your restaurant and you're still obviously very heavily involved, but it's running.
Hmm.
You have a real estate business. Like, what do you like more? Where would you spend more? Like, if you say I want to do this 80% of the day and the other one 20%, where would you spend your time, in real estate or in the restaurant?
That's very interesting. So I'm a people person.
Mm.
So I love certain things about the restaurant
Mhm.
and I don't like other things.
Okay.
And then I love other things about real estate. And actually I've came to realize that what I like the most is being in front of people, talking to people, giving that service, seeing how they feel, making them happy. That's truly what I love. Okay. But in reality, how I tell my husband how I see my life is I go like this. I'm like, this is how I see my life. And he's like, what? I'm like, I'm an orchestra and I will have every business with the right team. And I'm just overseeing everybody and I'm doing what I love. And he's like, and you're making me work. And I said, well, I can't do accounting and I'm not trying. So, but I will structure the firms so that we can make sure that we're able to enjoy of that time too. Because at the end of the day, we work really hard and tomorrow's not promised, right? So it's, so you got to roll up the sleeve and work when you have to, but you got to enjoy life too.
Very inspiring, right? I think for especially for young women entrepreneurs, right? That want to do more. Sometimes they don't have that example set forth, right? And you're doing all these amazing things. And it comes with hard work. Listen, you got to roll up your sleeve and you got to make it. You got to make it happen.
It was not always like that.
You got to make it happen. You got to be able to go through the shit, right? You got to be able to go through that, so then that way you can build something that's strong. But knowing you, right? Like I said, you're always gonna be, as the business continues to develop and as you continue to go to your next project, right? There's always gonna be a touch of Valeria and everything, right? There's always gonna be, because you want to keep your fingers on the pulse to make sure.
I have to. Like I will go to a bartending class with my employees just so that they can know that I'm there. Like, look, I am a firm believer that you gotta know before you, antes de tu mandar, you gotta know what you're doing. How are you gonna tell your employee, do the coffee like this if you don't know how to do it, or make this refresher, like this if you don't know how to do it, right? So I had to do barista classes. I had to do bartending classes. I still do them. I don't do it as often as maybe when I started, but I'm heavily involved. Actually, I'm gonna go after this. I have to go inside. I do all the inventory for liquor. I place all the liquor orders and I place all the coffee orders. Wow. I manage all the private events too, because we close early. We have private events. So this weekend we have one of like 70 people.
Wow. Okay.
So I manage everything that has to do with it. Our
So
staff, our scheduling, food, ordering liquor, having everything prepared.
so for those of you guys that are here that want to do a private event, it's in a great space. So right, they can call and say, hey, I have a team. I have 30 people, 40 people.
Yeah.
You guys cater alcohol. They can rent it out for the
Yep.
night.
Absolutely.
That's amazing.
Or
So
just go to the website
yeah,
and there's a link
yeah,
where you can put in for a private party
awesome.
and we can send the different catering. But I had to learn everything. I
Yeah.
had to do all the research. I put together a catering menu. I put together the different packages
Yeah.
just from a lot of work. Like,
Yeah.
so this is when I tell you real estate is nothing.
So you basically want to be a conductor, right? You want to conduct all the businesses,
That's the end goal.
right? And you want to interject yourself in the things that bring you joy in each business, right?
Absolutely.
Which, quite honestly, that's a great way to live, because if something brings you joy, you're gonna pop up every single day with it with
And
excitement.
people are gonna feel it. My staff feels it when I come here. They know, like,
Yeah.
and I'm here to talk to the clients, or I'm here to help them. Like,
help
if
them, yeah.
I have to step in and make a cocktail, I'm doing
Yo,
it.
that's awesome. So you had speaking of private event, didn't you come to a private event? It was like a trap. Was it a
The
trap?
yoga.
Yoga. So that's pretty cool. So there's events like you can go come and do yoga
Yeah.
here.
We're doing a Mother's Day May 1st.
Okay.
It's a cake decorating
Oh,
class
that's pretty cool.
and with mimosas.
Is there still space?
Yes.
Guys, make sure you
Message me.
follow, right? Message Valeria. Follow the corner house. Right.
Bring your mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen.
That is
So
advantage.
so listen. I think that's important, right? Because a lot of times, gifts are material, and that might be good for a year or two, whatever. But when you create experiences, you're gonna talk about that experience for years down the road. So I'm pretty sure that if you haven't done something like that with your mom, say, hey, let's go decorate a cake,
Yeah.
right? Or let's go do something together. That those are the things that they're gonna remember, because they want to spend time with you.
Yeah.
They don't care about a bracelet.
We don't exchange gifts.
Yeah.
And me and Ricardo don't exchange gifts at all.
Yeah.
No Christmas, no.
See, baby,
no
I'm ahead of my
holiday.
time. I told you.
But we do experiences.
Yeah.
So whether
experiences.
it's a weekend in the
Yeah,
city,
yeah, we do the same.
whether it's something, yes, yeah.
So, okay, you have all these things going on, right? How do you reset? Like, what do you do, right? How do you reset when you say, okay, I need some time now? Like, what's your go to? What's your
So talking about schedule, everything's on my schedule.
okay?
So I actually have a reset time
reset
on
time.
Monday.
Okay.
Well, not every Monday. This upcoming Monday specifically.
Okay.
Where I turn off my phone or put on Do Not Disturb.
Mm-hmm.
I let my clients know ahead of time,
Mm-hmm.
and it's scheduled. So I try my best to coordinate everything to make sure that day I can rest.
Yeah.
So whether it's, for me, it's the simple things. It's like going and having a coffee somewhere else. And, or for instance, for me, this Monday, I've been doing a lot of reflection as to where I want my life to go, right?
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. It's the goals that I want to accomplish this year. For me, that's a reset. Where am I heading, right? And I haven't done it because I've been so busy with everyday life. So I said, Monday I'm taking off.
Yeah.
I am going to I have a slow morning.
Yeah.
I'll let my husband know, but like, I'm not coming into the office today.
Yeah.
I will be having a slow morning where I just don't do anything.
Yeah.
Like, don't think.
Yeah.
I read.
Yeah. That's great.
If I can go on vacation, that's great, but you can't always do that, right? So it's like, how do I do it? I go for a walk.
Yeah.
It's the small things. I pick up the book and I said, I'm reading. Sometimes you gotta force yourself, because for me, honestly, at the beginning, it was really hard. It felt weird to have a slow morning because I was always on the go. So it's like, no, but if I'm not good, I can't give anybody else anything. Yeah. I can't fill everybody else's cup if mine's empty.
I agree.
So.
For me, I love Sundays for that, right? Because a lot of times people get, and that's the thing, when you work for somebody else, and I did that for many years, and I used to run big operations with 500 people that reported to me, and in corporate before I came to do this. But I like Mondays, right? I look forward to Mondays. But and the reason and what that's important because my Sundays feel so much different.
Hmm.
Because when you know you got to go to a job that you don't like, or
Yeah.
it's not yours, that Sunday you always have that pit in your stomach, like, oh, God. But now when you control it, right? My Sundays is my reset days. I still work on Saturday mornings. To me, are probably one of the most productive days from what I do in my business, because I do a lot of catch up on Saturdays. I don't have attorneys
Phone
calling
calls.
me or
Yeah.
phone calls or whatever. I do a lot. Like my Saturday morning from 7 a.m. to about 1 o'clock is like most people's 8 hour days or 9 hour
Mm.
days, right? But my Sunday, talk about slow Mondays, and I go with Karen all the time. We go to the gym, we do sauna,
Yeah.
and listen, I'm usually in. I went to the gym today. I was in and out 45 minutes, right? Sometimes I'm there for an hour, but on a Sunday, I'm there for 2 hours sometimes.
It's amazing.
Right? We relax, we go to the sauna, and I feel like I have to reset. And I'm the same way where I don't like to fill up my Sundays. Like maybe in and out, we go somewhere because I like to do my Sunday rituals.
Yeah.
Right? When people say, "Hey, let's go watch a game on
I
Sunday,"
hate
a
it,
football game,
honestly.
I don't do that.
I work every day,
Yeah,
so I don't get the. I can't.
yeah,
I've since opening this, I don't think I've had a day off unless I scheduled a day off.
yeah, yeah.
So I work Monday through
Monday
Sunday.
through Sunday.
But
Well, in real estate, you kind of
yeah, and the weekend, absolutely.
yeah,
But here we're packed, so
yeah,
I
yeah.
have to.
Yeah,
But what I learned was scheduling it, and just having it, it doesn't have to be anything big. It's just simply as going to a workout instead of waking up at 4 in the morning, it's going to a workout at 7 in the morning or after I drop my daughter off.
yeah.
Right. It's not working.
Somebody just mentioned that the audio isn't on in Instagram, but we checked it, right, in Instagram. It was fine. Hold on, let me just
Just ask. Right?
let me end it and go back in.
Ah.
Let me end it and go back in because
Drink. This is for you.
yeah,
This is for
somebody
you.
somebody just mentioned that they couldn't hear us and they want to hear us. So I'm like, what happened?
Oh.
When did we leave? When did we lose?
Is it the Instagram?
This is Instagram. This is everything else. Yeah, yeah. So but it looks like our audio got disconnected for whatever reason.
Here.
All right, we're back.
For sure.
I just go like this. Cool. This is a lot of nuggets, right? Because you can hear me. All right. So maybe. Well, I just logged on, logged back in.
You can you hear me?
No, but they
You
couldn't hear
can't
me.
Hello?
Hello.
Me? Can you hear me? Becky? Should I take it off?
Oh, okay, we're good.
You're
Yeah, probably a glitch happened, but we're back on in Instagram. But thank you guys for watching. These are a lot of great nuggets, right? You wanna surround yourself with people that have the same mindset. And you mentioned real estate, and listen, I made a lot of great friendships in real estate. There's a lot of amazing people in real estate, but it is one of the industries where people kind of you heard that term, fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
And I get that. I get it. But I think sometimes people over fake it until they make it. Right?
I agree.
Right?
Personally.
And you get kind of jaded, and I like people that are real and authentic, and it's okay, right? It's okay if you don't you didn't have a good month, right?
We're all human.
We're all human.
Like,
it's okay, and I like to ask people about struggles and vulnerabilities. And last week I was speaking to someone that was also involved in a restaurant, and she was talking about a flip that she did that was horrible. And a lot of times what happens is we look at these Instagram reels and we think, oh, it's glamorous, I want to flip. And not
it's
every
not HGTV.
not every flip. And you talk about short sales, you've done flips before. It's not all roses.
No.
Right? And I think when people
actually, the majority of the time it's
It
not
isn't.
roses.
but you know what? You learn and you get stronger.
And you learn from the lesson, and the next one you do a little
do
bit better,
better.
and you learn something else.
And I feel like, for some reason in the real estate industry, you get a lot more exaggeration, right? Than I don't know why, right? It's like we have this.
I have this I have this belief. Real estate wasn't like this pre-COVID.
Yeah.
Social media wasn't. There's no real estate in social
There's
media.
no real estate. Yeah.
You did. People respected each other.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
picked up the phone and you called.
Yeah. Yeah.
People respected each other as clients,
Yeah.
which is not really heard of.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it was just a whole different world. Like
Yeah.
brokers respected each other, realtors respected each other. It was not a show of who what. Like your numbers were your numbers.
Yeah.
And I don't care what sales percentage you did that. At the end of the day, it's what's in my bank account.
Yeah,
Like
100%. Yeah, and it's about
I don't care because it doesn't matter. You could sell also a lot and then
yeah, and
spend it all.
and spend it all. Well, and that's the thing that people don't understand that it's and I learned that the hard way, right? I learned that the hard way that I've done flips and I made mistakes and with even like record keeping
Yeah.
of receipts and those things can come back and haunt you
Yes.
when you get audited from the IRS and those kinds of things, right? And I think what happens is that people don't talk about the hardships. Where I think people learn from the hardships more than the
Absolutely.
wins.
Well, that's really when you grow.
Yeah.
You don't go when everything's good.
Yeah.
You don't. Like
Yeah.
the only way you learn is like like I went through this, tuve todo ese problema, and this is how I came out of
it.
That's the schooling you got.
Yeah. I meet people all the time and they're saying, "Oh, I had this numbers, this and this and that." Man, I can look your numbers up.
Yeah.
Don't BS me. I know what's up, right?
Yep.
So I don't lie about
The
it.
majority, believe it or not,
Yeah.
I do not register for
Yeah.
Circle of Excellence.
Yeah.
I
Me
don't
neither.
register.
do that.
Sometimes I don't even know. Like my broker last year goes, you
Yeah.
had a very crazy year. You opened a restaurant.
Yeah.
You were getting married, and your numbers still killed it. And I'm like,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't even know how much
Yeah.
I closed. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just focused. Like,
you're grinding.
at the end of
grinding.
the day, whatever people like, when it's like Circle of Excellence and the Narab 250, and like,
Yeah.
I get it. That's for marketing purposes. Let's call it like that, so that we don't say that that's to show up.
And there's a way to do it too tastefully, right? And I think that again, if it like I had my company wanted to submit me for the NAV 250, and I go no,
There's
thank you.
nothing wrong.
And there's nothing wrong with it. I get it, but I'm like no, I don't. I'm not doing it for that. Right? I'm not doing it for the accolades. I'm doing it for people that I help, that I'm helping, and I'm doing it for my family. And you're absolutely right. Listen, you might kill it, and you might on paper, and you might say that you did this much, but then you have a G wagon, right? And you have the expenses. And you know what? And I've learned that too. I've learned the hard way. Like I talk about as I get older, right? I want to simplify my life.
Oh my God. Yeah. You know what? I feel like the older you get, for me personally, it's peace. I have peace of mind.
Listen, if we're able to work from wherever, right? Last year, what I did was, and I'm gonna ask you. We have 10 minutes left. I don't know if you've heard of this word, but there's a word called misogi. It's a Japanese term. And I studied Japanese in college. I studied abroad in Japan. I was dating Karen when I was in Japan in Tokyo when I was 19 years old.
We'll talk. That's another conversation.
Yeah, right. I'm relearning it now, so I'm on a 115-day streak in Duolingo on Japanese because I want to take my kids back and I want them to climb Mount Fuji, like I climbed Mount Fuji back in the day, so we can do it together. That's one of my goals. But so what a misogi is, it's what's the year defining thing that year, right? Like you have a lot of things going on.
Mm-hmm.
We also have a lot of tragedy and life is hard. And as we get older, we're going to experience more of that. Our loved ones are going to start to die off, and that's a horrible way to say it, right? But
pass away.
but pass away, sicknesses and things like that, right? Even within our own family. So I think the misogi is great because you say, hey, in 2026, this is one thing Valeria is going to accomplish. This is one thing that Erica's going to accomplish. Last year, my misogi was I wanted to travel around the country for 30 days, and I did that. I rented an RV. I got the blessing from Karen. She said, go ahead, because I ain't going with you because I can't do my hair in the RV. So, right, I'm going to stay with my dogs. So I went by myself, and it was an experience that I'm going to talk about. Oh, it was an amazing experience that I'm going to remember for the rest of my life, that when I'm in my deathbed, hopefully when I'm 100 years old, I could say 2026 was the year that I did this.
That's awesome.
And I think that if we pick one thing that's going to define that year, right, and simplify it, we're going to lead more fulfilled lives because we're going to remember the good things. So 2026, right? What is a thing this year that you feel like, you know what, when you look back 20 years from now, you're going to say, wow, that's the year that I did this. This is the defining moment in 2026. Have you thought about that yet?
I have. And it's funny, it's not gonna be like yours. was way cooler. It's way cooler.
This was,
Uh,
I'll tell you, this is much more boring, but it's important. Yeah.
for me, I
Yeah.
started this year. I was so on the go last year.
Yeah.
I'm a person that likes to feel, right? I like to feel people's energy.
Yeah.
I like to feel my environment. I like to feel how I feel. So meaning, if I am not feeling good with what's going on in my life,
Yeah.
it's an uncomfortable feeling, but I've been through so much healing and I've gotten to learn myself so much that I've been able to be like, wait, I've stopped myself as what if, and it's gonna come together as to why am I reacting towards a certain thing, if in reality, it should, it's not that person, it's me. So I've been working a lot on that. And one of my main, I love psychology. I read a lot. I like to learn how people think.
Yeah.
I like to understand people's different perspectives. And I've learned how not to take certain things personally. But this all come through my healing process, right? It's been a 6-7 year healing process. This year, I said, last year was insane. So this year I learned, I started January and I'm like, I feel like shit. Like, I'm tired.
Yeah.
I haven't like sat down and like processed life. I got married and we just came back straight to work. So this year I said, I am going to learn how to have slow mornings, how to restructure every business. So talk about orchestrating.
Yeah.
This is my main thing this year is I want to structure all our businesses.
Yeah.
Put the right people into every side of the business so I can live a simpler life. So that if I want to go to the gym after I drop off my daughter to school, I can do so without having to stress.
Yeah.
Right? If I want to take a week off, a few days off, I'm able to do so without having to stress because I've put in the work and I've structured, right? It's all about planning and strategizing everything in life.
You're building a strong foundation
so that I can
to build the rest of that's gonna hold up
yes.
the rest of your life.
So then I can take my my foot off the gas.
So you can start doing. You can be the conductor. Es como se dice en español, conductora. La conductora marín. So for me this year, right? So it's a little bit less boring, but it's more important, right? I think than anything. This is a year, and we're in this path together, Karen and I, where we focus on our health more than ever before.
That's awesome.
We're in our mid 40s. And she's older than me. She's what I call a cradle robber. But we're in our mid 40s, and if we don't do it now, it's gonna get more and more difficult. So like I'm cheating. Anything that I can do, TRT, GLP-3s. Listen, I'm learning about all these things, right? Because I want to be more in tune with my body. And we were having this conversation the other day where I was never really in tune with my body. I had no what the hell's going on, but now I want to feel what's going on, understand it. So I can make adjustments, and we've been going to the gym, and I go to the sauna a few times a week. I like to go to one of my favorite places in Fairlawn. It's like one old school, like Ukrainian, Russian, like bathhouse. It's not like Sojo Spa, right? Like it's gritty, and it's like there's probably plenty of murders that have been plotted there by the mafia. But I took my wife. My wife and daughter went there, and they couldn't stand the heat. They were like, "Oh no, this is just too much for me." But I love it, right? And then you get the cold plunge. But I like to focus on my health and figure out what is going to be my routine for the rest of my life, so I can be better at 50 than I was at 20.
Absolutely.
Right, and we're really turning the corner there.
Can I challenge you?
Absolutely. I like challenge.
When you work on your physical body, because it's something that I'm working on too.
Okay.
It's not my main thing, but it's part of my 2026.
Yeah.
You work on it in the terms of body, mind, and soul.
Okay.
Right?
Elaborate on that.
So it's you're working on your physical.
Yeah.
Right? You want to work on your health.
Yeah.
Because it's not just looking good. It's internally making sure your body's good. It's also working on your mind because you are what you think of yourself.
Correct. Yep.
So you got to think you're dope as shit all the time, right? Yeah. But you have to
sound mind, sound body.
Yes, your mind, what you read, what you listen to, everything. Yeah. Because it does change also your perspective.
Yeah.
And your soul.
Yeah.
Healing. I'm a big like, and I'll open up this. So we want to grow our family, right? I am
So
so
more kids on the way.
not right now, but
All
yeah,
right,
eventually.
all right, all right.
We're working on it.
Add that to the list.
So the goal is, I before I did any of this, I'm working on my body, but I'm working on healing, right? Because when you open the can of worms of healing, it's super uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But you learn so many things about yourself. And I learned how to heal and have conversation healings with my mom, right? I've healed my father. My father passed away when I was young, so
Wow.
I've had that. Why? Because I believe, and there's studies out there, that you can carry generational things that don't belong to you. So if I have a
even
conscious mind,
subconsciously. Too,
absolutely,
right?
you perform 90% of your things that you do are subconsciously.
Yeah.
So I've learned, if I am this conscious about healing, I said before I even try to get pregnant, I need to heal what I'm aware of, and where I go and pass it on to that they weren't asked to come to this world. Why do they gotta carry with my stuff? So that's where I'm at right now.
Chana's accepting me accountable to that. I agree. I body, and I've always wake up with a mindset, and I read books and soul part, right? So I definitely have to learn more.
It's about hard. That.
Yeah.
It's not easy, because you know what? When you hear the truth, sometimes it sucks.
Yeah.
And when you learn things or reactions to how you are, years of developing this, listen, I had been in therapy for 7 years, and I thought I was good. And then something hit me, and I'm like, why do I feel like this?
Yeah.
Why am I acting this way? Why? And I had to sit down and say, okay, I need to heal this. I need to heal. It was actually my mom. And I had a conversation with her about it. And I was like, I love you and I respect you, but I disagree with a lot of things that you've done. And it's okay, because you're human yourself. You gotta think, you're raising kids, right? You're raising them to be small adults. Eventually they're gonna become adults. Yeah. So it's, as she did whatever was best to her knowledge. She did better than her mom. I'm doing better than my mom. And my goal is to be able to heal my kids through this, because my mom had no knowledge about healing back then. Life was very different. Yeah. I have it now, and my goal is to teach my child so that eventually she can do a better job with her kids than I did with her. That is a lot of amazing advice. We're gonna clip that. Guys, listen, it's been a pleasure talking to Valeria for the last hour, and I hope that for those of you guys who tuned in, even if it's for a little bit, I'm gonna be clipping some of this stuff and posting it, some of these sound bites. But a lot of great nuggets here, right? And you always wanna surround yourself with people like Valeria, people that are positive, and you can when you walk into a room, you can feel that energy, and I appreciate the energy that you give to the world. I appreciate that you started this amazing establishment to help create memories within the communities that you live, work, and serve. And we're here. We're customers for life. You can count on us. We'll be back on trapeze. What was it? Yoga day? It was yoga. Trapeze day. Trapeze one day. Let me know. Right? Actually, the trapeze teacher was in there. Oh yeah. I got as long as my life insurance is good. But Valeria, any last parting words for everyone before we go? Thanks again. I think you're amazing. But anything else you want to let the audience know? Just if you're starting a new career, a new business, a new entrepreneur, just do it. Just don't think about it too much. Just do it and go with the flow. Awesome. Guys, thanks for joining us. Appreciate you. Yeah. Thanks again. Thank you. You did awesome. Thanks, guys. I am. Oh my God.